26/8/24, Gray Alien Glyph, Arecibo, Chilbolton message, solar system code, Wow Seti. There's the alien radio signal. Okay, so again, we have lots of keywords in this video. We're going to talk about a gray alien figure, glyph, solar system code, binary, line schematic, sun, inner worlds, elevated icons, 3 worlds, solar systems, pixel planet, twin planets, smaller twins, message, wheat, alien solar system, different stars, planets, extraterrestrials, humans, Mercury, Venus, alien communications, 60 extra solar systems, studies, quai, exceptions, Pluto, astronomers, Neptune, Kuiper Belt, outer solar system, asteroids, resonance pattern, capture event, escape, Uranus, Neptune, Jupiter, Saturn, Moon, Pluto, Earth, Mars, Jupiter icon, the Jovian moons, low, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto, unknown 4th and 5th planets, tides, paper, destroyed planets, Mars satellite, Chilbolton, Glyph, explosion, collision, vaporization, bulk asteroids, life populations, binary 12 billion, genetic code, terrestrial life forms, Earth, Arecibo telescope, Chilbolton crop formation, technological means, electromagnetic radio wave transmission, keyword research, line 26, Wow Seti data. January 9, 2012, and it's 2 years later, May 2014. Quote from the blog. Below the line containing the distorted gray alien figure in the glyph lies the solar system code, also not in binary, but as simple line schematic. From right to left, the glyph version also has a sun and 2 inner worlds below. This is followed by 3 elevated icons indicating that 3 worlds in the center solar system were inhabited. One of these is in fact not a pixel planet like the others, but a blank space surrounded by 4 black pixels at right angles. Then outside this elevated group lie 2 larger twin planets followed by 2 smaller twins. This is another controversial aspect of the message in wheat. Does this alien solar system represent a different star and planets, theirs? Or is it in fact our own but at a different time, the past? You know what? You guys keep saying the past, and what if it's in the future? What if these guys are from the future and they're sending a message back to the past? That's something to contemplate. Again, leaving aside for a moment the sticky question, who sent this message, genuine extraterrestrials or humans? We're tending to believe at this point that the altered solar system depicted in the glyph refers to the fact this one was sometimes before 65 million years ago. There are several reasons for this inference. First, it would be extremely coincidental to also have 2 inner planets counterparts to Mercury and Venus in our first alien communications of another solar system. I wonder if they're talking, instead of the inner planets, maybe they're talking about these stars. They've just found out that there's moons around these planets, which we didn't know before. So I don't have time to study that stuff, but maybe someone else should, and then just let me know, and I can blog it, okay? Recent studies of more than 60 extra solar systems have revealed, with only a couple of quasi-exceptions, none which even begin to resemble our own. The second reason for believing this is our own system lies in the twin planets in the glyph. Since Pluto is thought by many astronomers now to be either an escaped moon of Neptune or merely an errant member of the so-called Kuiper Belt of outer solar system asteroids, which at one time wandered too close to Neptune and has been captured in a peculiar resonance pattern with that planet. If the depiction of the system is from before this escape or capture event, then the remaining outer planets should correspond to the 2 twin outer planets in this solar system, which would be Uranus and Neptune and Jupiter and Saturn. And this is what we find in the glyph, 2 pairs of outer twins minus an errant moon, Pluto. So there's the solar system difference in the 2 signals. Our first impression of the schematic might be that these 3 elevated inhabited planets in the glyph correspond to Earth, Mars, and Jupiter. The 4 dark pixels at right angles to the Jupiter icon would then correspond to the Jovian moons, Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto. The major problem with this initial interpretation is that the missing Pluto and the outer twins. An alternative interpretation is that this line represents this solar system with additional now missing members, including an unknown 4th and 5th planet, the latter orbiting where the current asteroid belt resides. As noted earlier, the timing of this glyph is startling and highly suspicious. In our recently published Tides paper, the original 4th and 5th planets have been destroyed. This destruction then releases Mars, a satellite of one of these former worlds, to become a new 4th planet on its own. This identical scenario early seems to be depicted in the Chilbolton glyph. Why and why now? Is it the explosion collision of the fourth and fifth planets 65 million years ago, which in our model result in the little vaporization of the bulk of these two planets and the few orbiting fragments we see as current asteroids? Of course, such a catastrophe would have been devastating to any life populations of these former worlds, depicted in the binary and the glyph of upwards to 12 billion. Oh, sorry, I thought it was 21 billion. Now they're saying 12 billion. Okay. In such a horrific scenario, these catastrophic events, I hope they're not sending a message telling us that when our population's up to 12 billion, that 2 of our planets are going to be destroyed. Because we're at 8 billion right now. Huh. And we double every so many years, right? In such a horrific scenario, these catastrophic events might have triggered a desperate attempt to survive by sending refugees to Earth, the only inhabitable planet remaining in the solar system. Well, that can't be true because we found over 2,000 habitable planets in 2012 with the Kepler satellite. So that blows that theory right out of the water. So is the glyph trying to tell us that an effort was made to implant the dying population's genetic code in terrestrial life forms here on Earth, thus accounting for the interference of genetic engineering higher in the glyph, ultimately resulting in ourselves? Leaving aside further speculation on this delicate subject for a moment, the final selection of the glyph response appears. In the place of the Arecibo telescope in the original to be the Chilbolton Trop formation from 1 year ago, below with some important differences. Again, the initial impression might be this is our technological means of making the glyphs, the counterpart to your electromagnetic radio wave transmissions, but we suspect there's more. That's from www.bibliotechcafe.net. I'm going to look at that. 4th and 5th planet destroyed, and 12 billion. So 12 billion on Earth. Huh. Maybe they're sending us a message that the 4th and planets will be destroyed when there's 12 million people on Earth, and there'll be some sort of catastrophe hitting us. Data continues in the next video. Thanks for watching.